Are you looking at?
Well, Ratchet Culture is...
It's just another word to describe ghetto people.
Ratchet culture could be anything. Racial profiling.
Out of the ordinary.
Overconfident.
From the way you dress, the way you walk.
It's also kind of contradictory because then people don't want to be labelled by the image that they're portraying.
Acting differently and behaving differently in society.
Culture is when people do things out of the norm, so things that people wouldn't see as acceptable, so being wild, just being crazy.
And rooted in the racial and feminist commentary.
I think it's associated with the term ghetto, sort of ghetto people.
Define their actions under a certain culture or under a certain group.
To me, it's wild and crazy. The stereotypes of ratchet culture.
There are many stereotypes when it comes to ratchet culture.
Black people.
Yeah, black people basically. So for example, twerking is a thing of black culture, and I think that's a dance that is seen as ratchet.
The eyelashes, the extensions.
Sort of skimpy clothing, or in particular showing your breasts and your bum, the long nails on the girls.
But their nails are really long, colourful, vibrant.
The whole phenomenon of
Like their dress code is very eccentric.
See a lot of, fake bums showing.
They dressing a bit provocatively, dressing like a slut, probably.
Yeah, twerking.
Yeah.
Ghettos.
underclass people.
You can link it to how women act like divas and how they dress and how they dance. It's like quite associated with hip-hop culture, the ghetto culture in the US, not so much in the UK, but heavily influenced by the US.
Borderline aggressive behaviour sometimes.
Loud, obnoxious, no behaviour.
Very low mannerism.
Very loud, always shouting.
Very loud, obnoxious behaviour.
Really slick back hair.
Done by the slip brush.
I'm gonna be the chunky, excessive, fake looking gold.
Not really presentable, definitely not PC. And I think the main one is like a sense of I can do what I want regardless of how it makes me look, but don't tell me anything else.
A celebrity I would class as ratchet.
Probably like hip hop artists like
Talisa.
Jocelyn Hernandez from Love and Hip Hop.
Wine.
Rap. I'd say definitely Nicki Minaj.
Miley Cyrus.
Liam from One Direction.
Well, if we're talking about sort of mainstay celebrities, Rihanna is pretty ratchet.
Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus.
Mimi from American Hip Hop.
Little Kim. New ones, Nicki Minaj.
You've got Nicki Minaj, you've got Kim Kardashian, you've got Blac Chyna.
Nicki Minaj and Miley Cyrus. Nicki Minaj, Amber Rose.
It never used to be, but I would say Beyonce now.
There's a celebrity called Cardi B who I think I would say is ratchet.
She portrays the whole ratchet culture, the ghetto-ness quite well. I mean, the skimpy clothing, that's definitely her. The long nails.
It's just the way he acts.
Because she just went above and beyond and took it overboard.
It's kind of staged. It's like they got this presence about them and they want to be heard. They want people to know that they're ratchet.
Her sex tape just had a mouth like this.
The excessive plastic surgery to the point that your bum's hanging down to your kneecaps, there's an issue.
A lot of her music these days is very associated with how she looks, and she dances very provocatively.
All of the so-called the turn-up videos, which is all good in moderation, but when you're sort of skinning at your back every minute in front of a camera for the world to see, I won't say the whole twerking part of it because that's one thing, but just never got any clothes on, always looking for attention, always loud, hardly ever want to be like, composed. Like everything is a drama.
Their music videos. For example, Nicki Minaj in Anaconda. It's a bit disgusting, sexual. Miley Cyrus for her twerking.
She's pretty much always half naked, and that's and always shaking her derriere.
The way she dresses, her mouth is just so slick.
She does very wild things. She doesn't care what people say, and I know a lot of people will look at her like, ew, what is she doing? But that's just her.
She loves all type of attention, twerking, smoking, rapping.
That's what's made it a lot more mainstream.
That's what makes it ratchet.
The term ratchet has advanced and even changed, from being displayed in the late 90s to now, that the significance of ratchet was once associated with a type of dance within some hip-hop music videos, that now the term ratchet is being represented as part of a self-description, humorous content such as memes, and is even being created into a merchandise.
Ratchet culture influences music, clothing.
I'll say music.
Well, I mean, for me personally, like, I do like hip-hop music.
The things you see, so music videos,
Amber's slut walk in LA. That was publicity galore.
It's hip-hop culture and bashment music.
Art form, and everything was more kind of about trying to put out a message, whether it was necessarily right or wrong in someone else's mind. There was a message to be had from pretty much the music itself. Nowadays, it's kind of more about who can turn up the most.
It can become speaking in a certain way, dressing in a certain way, and idolising certain people.
It's just like almost no respect for other people. I think that's the sort of effect it has, especially on the young females today.
You could probably argue actually dancehall, where they whine and do all sorts of grinding on each other. That could be ratchet as well.
Definitely come from America, probably through the music scene. This whole nouveau type that's come out with the new money. It's cool to do certain things that wasn't considered cool before, such as half naked in a club.
I feel like one of the biggest problems with the whole ratchet culture though is that you've got younger girls now that see, well, younger girls and younger guys, let me not just show one side, but they see a lot of this stuff on TV.
It's very influenced by hip-hop culture and hip-hop music. So over the years, hip-hop music has changed. We now have trap music, and that is influencing ratchet culture.
Music videos and how they dress, and so you get that type of clothing now that's come out, so that's considered ratchet clothing.
Having the gore grills, extensions.
Americans acting a certain type of way, and then people just following that type of image.
Oh, so now you want me. Oh, so now you need me. Oh, so now I'm good enough for you just cause you see him with me. I think music is definitely an influence of ratchet culture. Dancing and also clothing style are the influences of ratchet culture. I don't wanna go back there. He was pouring shit in my cup and then I got stuck and I wanted to pull out my. Baby, tell me, is that fair? Baby, tell me, is that fair? All the games that you played with me, but I got some things to tell you right now. I got my own cup, I can't admit when you come around, butterflies, oh you're a hold up. But I got my own. For example, with clothing, I'd say if you're coming out with some raggedy heels and some short skirt, that's probably seen as ratchet culture. And if you're not behaving in a classy way that you should be when wearing those outfits, then that's seen as ratchet culture. 'Cause I got my own cup, so don't come with that old stuff. I don't need your mixtures. I got my.
There are many interpretations of what ratchet culture is that it can lead to be debatable. This is because ratchet culture is heavily influenced by hip-hop culture, the entertainment industry and various platforms of social media. That now ratchet culture has become part of the norm in daily phrases and descriptions, and its representations and stereotypes are constantly being altered.
when I hear the word ratchet.
Hoish girls. It sounds bad, but that's what comes to mind.
Someone in short shorts.
Hip-hop.
A woman.
Twerk. Booty.
Misbehaviour.
The long nails.
The long colourful fingernails.
Baby mama.
Lip smacking. Colourful bright clothing.
Rude, insensitive.
Is half naked women.
Twerking.
The clothes from those videos, like the crop tops and the short hot pants and everything like that.
A big fat weave that's not done properly.
classless.
Those Facebook videos of the twerk gone wrong and the misconstrued attempt of being a ratchet.
Would I associate ratchet to the male population? I wouldn't say so. When I hear ratchet, I immediately think women, strip clubs, and dancing provocative.
Because you get some of these rappers that actually embrace it by having all these strippers in their videos. So it's not just women.
Yeah.
Well, women portray it, but men are the ones that actually encourage it.
I can't really associate ratchet with the male population because I only really see females as ratchet.
Yeah.
I think of it mainly as girls.
No, to be honest, I can't. I don't know any male that are ratchet in ways or in the way they speak. I don't think it applies to the male.
Yes, I would, because I don't think ratchet culture is only for the females. There are some guys that would act ratchet as well.
On one side, as I said, with the whole females, it's like no clothing and stuff like that.
I think it's a bit of yes and no. Like Nicole said, it's encouraged by the male population.
Yeah, you can.
I can associate the ratchet culture to male population as well.
Just the other day I was on Facebook and I see this guy trying to apply weave, doing a video and the commentary behind it with the tracks and stuff. He was bored.
The male side, there's ratchet behaviour all the time. It's being in an environment and not knowing how to conduct yourself, being loud for no reason, like being aggressive for no reason, and being in a state of what we call turn up to the nth degree.
Most definitely. I think that ratchet has always been kind of linked to the females, but a lot of, let's say, music comes from male artists, so they kind of give you like the base of that ratchet kind of culture.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say this snapback theme culture is really in today's society, and I'd say the whole loads of chains, which I see lots of males wear. So I'd say, yeah, you can associate that quite well.
I wouldn't personally relate myself to ratchet culture. However, people on the outside looking in might consider me and my friends loud.
Sometimes I think in the way, like sometimes maybe I dress or the way I do my hair, but I don't class myself as a ratchet. But in terms of like the descriptions I've given about ratchet people, stereotypically, like someone might see me as ratchet with my hair or my nails, for example. I tend to go overboard with them, but that's the only thing.
Outside looking in, maybe. I mean, I would never think that I do anything that's considered ratchet.
I think everyone can relate themselves to ratchet culture. And I relate myself. Crazy.
Of course not.
Of course I can.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
No, I associate myself to ratchet culture.
Yeah, in terms of the way I'm spoken, I'm not really like you see me swearing and stuff like that.
I'd say maybe in terms of sometimes the way I speak, but other than that, maybe clothing and stuff, not so much.
When I dance, every part of my body can be seen as a ratchet way of dancing. So yeah, so I think it's a way of life. I think we've always been this way, but it's just now been given a terminology when it's just always been just how we are.
I can be ratchet sometimes. I can act wild, so yes, I would relate myself to ratchet culture sometimes.
In my opinion, ratchet culture is present in the modern society.
It is very present in society. I think it's always been present.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely present in modern society.
I think maybe in different areas it is. It's embraced in some areas, I think. It's frowned upon in others. In some it doesn't even exist.
Definitely, and now more than ever, especially for those that watch reality TV.
Yeah, it's over the probably the last 3 years or so.
Because more and more people are getting involved in that culture.
I don't know. Yeah, definitely present in modern day society.
yes, I think it is present, especially in young people, because we act wild sometimes.
I don't think ratchet culture is as present as it used to be. I think we've got a lot of trap music now which can be associated with ratchet culture.
Or like you said, some people embrace it, they see it in a positive way. They're probably just chatting with their girls or having fun, say, oh yeah, we're acting ratchet, and they just see it in a good way rather than a negative way. But yeah, I think it's definitely in modern society.